Hello. The testing item of focus we will be discussing in this video is account return testing. This testing item is very data specific and data heavy, looking to ensure that your organization is maintaining all needed books and records to support performance and that said performance has been calculated in accordance with the GIPS requirements. There are a number of required return methodologies that are being tested during this phase of the verification, which the verifier can gain comfort on by reviewing account specific data. During this video, we're going to focus on account level calculation methodologies, as the verifier has already been able to review composite level methodologies with the data provided during the initial phases of this project. So the purpose of the return testing is to ensure that performance calculation has been done consistently across the board and is in line with prescribed GIPS requirements, as well as providing a healthy check of books and records to make sure that your organization is maintaining all documents needed to support performance and composite construction. Unlike other testing videos, this is a non-membership focused testing where it really is data specific, making sure that prescribed methodologies that we have outlined in the performance calculation section of your GIPS policies and procedures is being carried out across the board for your organization. Typically, this will also be done on a sample basis, where the verifier is selecting a sample of accounts, typically from various composites, to give them a level of comfort that what we have put in the policies and procedures is indeed being followed accurately by your organization. In the screen here, we can see a sample performance calculation section. As mentioned, we're just focusing on the portfolio level performance, which you can see on this screen has some detailed notes around estimated trading expenses, using accrual accounting for dividends, accrual accounting for fixed income, and how frequently the returns are being calculated. In this example, doing daily time-weighted returns. The last section below, also important and being tested in this section, is your treatment of fees and expenses. So at the account level, how are management fees and various expenses that occur during the management of assets, how are those flowing through the system and impacting your gross and or net performance? Some standard requests to get the verifier comfort for the correct following of your policies and procedures is custodial statements, fee schedules. And these are two items that your firm will help provide during the verification. The verifier is using custodial statements to give a level of comfort from a third party that one, the asset sizes in your accounting system are accurate and can be reconciled to the custodian. And two, the transactions also match the custodian. So whether that be trades, fees, expenses, external inflows or outflows, that those are matching between system transaction reports and custodian statements in terms of timing and amount of those activities. The fee schedule is also used if you're showing a gross and net return using actual fees. The fee schedule can help show what the fee schedule is and what the expected gross and net annual difference should be based on that fee schedule for a given account. The verifier is going to expect that to match fairly closely. A fee schedule also helps test model fees to ensure that any applicable model fee applied to a composite is high enough to cover actual account investment management fee schedules. Some items that come through the system that Long's Peak will provide the verifier are transaction summaries, portfolio appraisals, and system performance reports. System performance reports are going to show the frequency of revaluation. So whether that is daily, as we saw in the example on the previous slide, or if you have a set large cash flow policy, say at 10%, that requires an account to revalue if a flow is above 10% during a given month. All of these items do back into your policies and procedures and how performance is being calculated at the account level. Here's a sample request from Long's Peak to assist in gathering this needed information for the verification testing. Again, the big items that our clients and your organization would need to provide for this verification testing are the custodian statements and fee schedules. Given Long's Peak has access to the system, we can typically download all the raw system data that the verifier will then use to manually recalculate performance and look to reconcile to the monthly return for a given account within a reasonable threshold. So with that, please feel free to reach out to any questions on return calculation testing, and we'd be happy to discuss in more detail.